Hello, I'm Edward Gonzalez-Tennant, or Dr. GT to my students. I'm teaching a new course that you might be interested in called Archaeology of the Future. So what comes to mind when you think of archaeology? Ancient places, pyramids, a discipline out of touch with the present, or at the very least, not relevant for the future? Well, I'm here to tell you nothing could be further from the truth. Our class begins with a simple question. What will archaeology of the future look like? There's a long tradition of archaeologists asking this question. Our first readings will challenge students with arcane musings on this question, dating to the ancient time period of the 1980s. Increasingly, archaeologists interested in building a better tomorrow are finding ways of applying our knowledge to modern problems, and particularly a range of topics associated with the Anthropocene, or the current geological age characterized by our species' enormous impact on the climate and the environment of our planet. Archaeological interventions include applying ancient agricultural knowledge to the modern world, identifying which cultural heritage resources are under threat from things like sea level rise or storm surge, and participating in multidisciplinary work to help communities today prepare for a more sustainable tomorrow. All of this leads to an exploration of the intersection between archaeology and futurology, the holistic discipline which examines how changing relationships between technology and the environment are going to affect the ways we live in the future. Archaeology offers a deep time perspective on the evolution of technology. As we'll see, understanding the connections between our past and present is vital for creating a sustainable future and building a world where everyone can find peace, liberty, and justice. Unfortunately, at this point in human history, we have moved into unknown territory where the very survival of our species is at stake. Determining which future emerges will partly depend on our ability to imagine better tomorrows. So the second half of our semester examines archaeology in and of science fiction, which itself has been called a sort of archaeology of the future. Science fiction is a powerful method for imagining the ways archaeological knowledge may impact the future. Ultimately, this relationship is about world building. We'll read how anthropology and archaeology continues to influence some of the best science fiction world building out there. And I'll ask each student to try their hand at writing a future story informed by archaeological knowledge. The course will involve 2 to 3 weekly readings, and class meetings will center around open discussion. I won't lecture, we'll chat, we'll talk, we'll discuss. All readings will be freely available as PDFs either through our library or elsewhere online. The class has no tests. Grades will come from classroom discussions, reading responses, and various projects throughout the semester. In conclusion, we'll use this course to explore a range of exciting topics, from the intersections of archaeology and science fiction to the future of our discipline, and the many ways archaeologists use their knowledge to build better tomorrows. I'll see you in class.